years of
What did the president
Obama.
think of that march?
I discussed it with him briefly. We certainly respect people's First Amendment rights, but I frankly didn't see the point. I mean, you have a day after he's uplifting and unifying, and you have folks here being on a diatribe where I think they could have requested a dialogue. Nobody called me and said, hey, could we have a dialogue? And you have celebrities from the podium using profanity-laced insults. You have a very prominent singer who's worth hundreds of millions of dollars not going over to women here in D.C. to write a check, but instead saying that she's thought of, quote, burning down the White House.
Talking about Madonna?
Well, this is destructive, and I read in an article or two that the Secret Service may be investigating that. But, George, we just had an election, and a lot of what I heard from this march yesterday in Washington, we heard all through the election. And that whole messaging, and their candidate, Hillary Clinton, lost. 29 to 30 million women voted for Donald Trump. Their voices are heard as well. They should be respected. I just thought they missed an opportunity to be about solutions and to really fight for those millions of women whose kids are trapped in failing schools, who don't have access to health care, who don't have access to an economic, affordable life. And those are the people that we're here for, the forgotten men, the forgotten women, and their children. And I just thought it was such a contrast to have President Trump deliver an inaugural address that was so uplifting and aspirational and inclusive of American, if you open your heart to patriotism, there's no room for prejudice. And then the very next day, you have these profanity-laced, threatening, vulgar comments coming from the podium. Look, the whole celebrity thing didn't work for Hillary Clinton. She tried that in her campaign, and it failed. So, and the other thing I would just mention, George, is guess who was conspicuous by their absence yesterday? President Obama, Secretary Clinton. They were up on the platform applauding and embracing President Trump. They weren't here marching with women.
Final question. You mentioned a couple